Generic greetings and welcome back once again to a chill session on Kingdoms and Castles, where in the previous episode we moved our orchards outside of the wall, our first layer and only layer at the moment, and then obviously retrofitted that with more storage for the apples, also put in some more manor housing, etc. Overall quite happy with the progress, and then successfully fended off against a dragon and a Viking attack. In this episode I want to continue on with the expansion, but also probably build a bit of a waterfront area around this southern tip. So let's see how far we get on with that one. Either way, I want to go firstly over to food and then to a baker, and I want to actually place a baker down the back there because I've been meaning to do that for quite some time. In terms of options for food, you can see we have at the top here lots of fish, and there's also some fish down this area as well. Now the best way to probably utilize that would be to expand and put in maybe a couple of fishmongers around here, as well as a couple of blacksmiths, because I think that would be a nice bit around this area. But the problem with that is we don't have much land. We have a bit of land here but not much around this part, so what I want to do is probably place a couple of piers in this area. So we'll see how far we get on with that. Obviously it'll all depend on the money and the stone available. So the merchant ship has arrived, so we can sell loads of our wares and get some nice coin, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and sell some of this. And in terms of buying, we're going to buy 13 tools. They do actually have armaments now, so I'm going to purchase 50 of those armaments, and I think that will be all for now. And the reason I want to purchase the armaments is I can go ahead and train some archer squads. It will take a while for the people to bring over the weapons. You can see it says no weapons there, but if I go to this, I can actually say, right, we'll actually store 50 of that, 50 of each of those. That is the desired amount, and they'll bring it over to this storage area, so that's pretty good. Anyway, as I was saying, over to this section, if we go to our food and then over to fishing hut, we can see that placing a fishing hut around here would probably be of some benefit, and that's probably what we'll end up doing, but that requires a little bit of expansion. Although we could place a fishing hut there and place another one around here, that might also work out, and then have the other things around, maybe around here. We'll have to see how we get on with that one. It obviously requires us to place some more things around on the ground, on the water, so filling that in with piers. So I'm going to place a pier there, and I think we'll also place a pier in here as well, and that should do us for now. I also want to delete that there, demolish that, and then build a road that goes all the way to the end like so. I'm also then going to extend that road to the left and then a little bit to the right, because why not? And then we will once again put back, if I can find it, I think it was 10 town, yeah, put back the well, because we definitely don't want any of this on fire. Speaking of that, there's no water around this part, which is somewhat of a concern. I always look at that corner and think, oh, we can fit something in there, but sadly we cannot. Similar thing for that part of it. So sadly, we're just going to have, I guess, a high fire chance around there. Is that acceptable? I don't really think it is. So what is the best course of action? Well, that, oh, straight away, as soon as I remove the soon as I remove the well, yeah, the charcoal maker sets on fire. I guess it's, you know, just it's gonna happen, isn't it? It's gonna happen. Looks like they're trying to put that out, and they'll hopefully be successful in all of that. I guess I'll place temporarily. Do I want to place a well in this corner temporarily? I'll place a one there temporarily. I don't know whether that temporarily solution system will actually be, you know, followed on and its lifespan extended. And what I mean by that is, will I just forget about it and leave it there, and will it just be a permanent thing? I really don't know. Anyway, over to chop wood. I'm going to chop wood in this corner like so, and then all of this is obviously not doing the waterfront that I mentioned previously, but I'm getting all of the things I think I need in order to, you know, get that waterfront up and running. So I need fish in order to then go and place some, well, over there is where we'll probably have our fishmongers, because we've got fish around here and fish over here. We also have them, well, all the way around the outside looking at it. So you know what, maybe then having the fishmongers closer to this area is better. And what would be the solution? I guess road right across, and then also remove some of this, and then place the fishmongers in and around here and just get rid of all the forestry stuff. That is possible. That is possible. It also removes the whole point of renovating this. So what would this be then? Well, we'd extend this across and then around with the wall, and we could just have it as homes. That would probably work out a bit better. Okay, I think we'll do something like that. Yeah, that tends to happen. Have a plan, then check out all of the situation, then actually go, would it be best if we didn't do that? And then end up doing something completely different. Not a problem. Anyway, fishing hut will go in here in order to fish those stocks. Up the top here, we will have a fishing hut in that corner. We're going to have a fishing hut in that area there. And we're probably going to go right to the end and have one in this area too. So chop wood to the end, and then that is several of the fishmongers there. I'm going to also demolish that, and we'll get some more wood around these parts. Although, to be fair, at this stage, looking at what resources we have, we probably don't need to have too many foresters at the moment. But, you know, we'll see how we get on with that one. Delete that there. We need to remove that stone sort of cave thing there, because there's nobody actually working there at the moment. That's fine where it is, although a road to it would be of some benefit if I just demolish that and then put the the standard road into there. This road will go along to there, and then we'll put another fishmonger in there, and then we've got how many in total? Sorry, fishing hut, not fishmonger. We've got then, if we check on our industry, we would have, actually it'll be in food. Fishmonger, currently none, but we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 4 huts that can get fish, so we need a couple of fishmongers. So for each fish collected from a fishing hut, the fishmonger prepares and cuts fish into multiple servings if tools are available. That's the big takeaway from this one, if tools are available, and at the moment they are not, I don't think. I can say train archer squad, stored 4 but out of 20, but not staffed nor ready to use. So basically we need more people, as we expected. So what I'll do is then go over to Manor House, and we're going to have, I guess it would be technically a waterfront manor house, but that will probably be filled in later on anyway, so yeah. In terms of our town, it's a bustling city. We have 258 people with 258 beds. We are trending towards 72 happiness. Health is 74, which is good, but obviously if we have fish/pork, then we will be able to get that health up as well, which is why I'm focusing on this side of it there. We have a lot of people rushing to build some of these homes. Dragon's still where we left it, and oh yeah, there's the fishing huts actually working and gathering all of these fish. Sadly we can't process the fish, but at least we are working towards doing that. Overall, with the island, we are making decent progress. We did expect it to be more difficult, and indeed it is more difficult in several ways, but it hasn't been overly stressy, which was my main point of concern, really. I'm going to build a troop transport ship. I'm going to build it there because I do want to then eventually get some archers, which we don't have the tools available. Why have we not got them? That says stored ready to use 3, so they're going to crack on with that sooner rather than later. I'm going to say allow tools for fishmongers, yes. I'm going to turn it... Not going to turn it off for quarries, I don't think. I think we'll keep it on for quarries at the moment. And I'm thinking, do we want some more defences around these entranceways? Potentially. Potentially. Once I've got this troop transport with the people on board, hopefully it'll be alright. Check the advisors, grow more food that we can store, we've seen that before, and then nothing from the other advisors. It says that we tax them more. I don't want to tax them any more than 20%. I think that's reasonably fair. can see that the road is not yet completed around this part. I'm going to do that. I know it's offset, and I'm sort of purposely doing that to try and avoid the grid. Naturally, some parts will have the grid. It's something we just have as standard, but it's not a big issue. So those are now working. Let's go ahead and have a stockpile in here. And then all of this will be our industrial area. So we want blacksmiths, we want masons, and I guess fishmonger is, it's not really industrial, but you know, it still has something to it. Fishmonger will go probably along here. 1, 2. We'll go for a blacksmith on the back. 1, 2. The road will then run across, and deliberately it's different because that space there, put a well to stop this thing burning down, which it almost certainly will. Back over to chop wood and we'll get rid of that bit there. This bit here, this storage, will be for like tools and the like. Although, no, probably not tools. Probably just for fish. Yeah, because I want most of the storage internally. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So, 5 out of 5 almost built. Just time. In terms of resources, 750-ish wood, 137 stone. There is all of those done. Do I need to... How much of this am I going to say store? Alright, let's just change all of these to zeros for now. And I want to store... We'll say 700 wood and 150... Let's say 100 and 100 for both the charcoal and the iron. So this, we've got 22. I'm going to get rid of that. And this one, no iron. There we are. That should do for now. Back over the roads. Oh, that's a stone road. We don't want that yet. We can't really afford something like that. And that is now in. Still waiting for this to be completed. And that one as well. We obviously set training for these guys, but we have nowhere near enough workers. Let's go ahead and run a festival once this is done, I think. That's probably the way forward. Do we have enough for a lot of gardens? I want to place a garden all the way around the outside. That was always my original intention. But I don't think I have enough. Because each one requires... How much does it require for the garden? 35 per garden. That's a bit too rich for my blood, yeah. That's a teeth dryer. That's a plumber's estimate. Ooh, I don't know. Also, trending towards 68 in terms of happiness. Why is that? Why is that? They have access to water. What do these guys have that others don't? I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, there's that one now completed, so we'll have a festival, increase the happiness of people, and crack on with that. Food is currently at 470, which I thought actually sounds really low, but it's not when you consider that that's currently in sort of the height of summer going towards autumn, so we haven't even had the harvest this year yet. So as soon as we have that, then it will be pretty good. So you can see the fishmongers are now on there, and they will be able to fill up those fish. But we currently don't have the people to staff that. Once we do, then obviously it will start to function, which will be quite good. We don't have any workers in the Great Hall. Eat a grand meals every day here. I don't even know what it does. I think it gives us... I think you have to place it to get access to things like the bathhouse and like hospitals and stuff. But other than that, yeah. Also, we can build, if we had the money, these statues, which are all good as well. So we've got our little industrial bit up here, and all the fish getting caught. We have even more fish on this side, so we can, if we wanted to, extend this out to then catch those fish as well, which we'll probably do eventually. I mean, we do have the option for that. The Island Isles, 51 enjoyed it so much they've decided to join our kingdom. Wow, so it's maxed out. It went from 308, well, 250 odd, and up to 308, and yeah, loads of people just turned up, which is brilliant. So we should have loads of good trading there. Oh, it looks like we've got a bit of a collision there. I don't know if you saw that the merchant was smashing into our other boat, which is, yeah, a bit of a problem. Over to trading then, and sadly, there's been not much going on over here. I'm going to basically buy and sell what I can. I'm not going to buy any fish. I'm not going to... What's that? Oh, well, I'll buy all of the iron that they have, but that's it. They've got not much else. Well, we'll close that. And also, we've got an orchard that's on fire, but since the orchard is quite a way away, I really don't care too much. Looks like we are actually, getting training. Yeah, and you see the archers are training. You can just probably see them if we scroll right in here. Rotate it round and zoom in, and they're all standing around there. It would be nice to see them, like, fire some things at the targets. That would be quite nice. Like, have a boss and start shooting at them with, do some target shooting. It would be quite good. Anyway, we also now have people working in the fishmongery place. Yes, the fishmongers are producing fish, so that should increase our health. Yes, and you can see fish/pork is going up. We've also had a lightning strike there, which struck right in the center of town, right where we've got our gold. I guess it's, zapped that quite badly, but we're still functioning okay, I think. Good, right. Further down, good grief, we've had a lot of rain on this one, and oh, there's our boat as well. So there's our transport ship. We will leave it where it is for now. The problem that we may have is, obviously, where they attack, we could just be not facing that direction, or there could be the opposite area, and I don't know how fast this boat is, so let's try it. So if I right click, we can see that it is extremely slow to turn around, which is not good. I'm hoping it's a lot quicker when it's on the move. And it's not really. It's not very fast at all. Maybe when it gets out into open waters. No, it's not very good at all. It's not very fast, rather. I don't know how good or bad it is, but we'll have to see how we get on there. Well, I'm glad that the fishmonger is working. The problem with that is that obviously we are using tools, so checking out tools, -2 last year when we forged 5 tools, but our main issue is that we don't have any access to iron. And why is taverns are too crowded apparently, so people are a little bit annoyed that the taverns are too crowded. What's the best thing to do? Well, obviously place another tavern, but the question is where. I'm very tempted around here and have the Waterfront Tavern. I think that will be probably the way forward. Waterfront Tavern it is. And there we go. There's our Waterfront Tavern. I will go ahead and put in another pier there, because I want to then build this up. I can't actually build it just yet, but build it up and then place an archer tower on that one. I like archer towers on the corners as well, so that should hopefully be alright. So we'll see how we get on with that. So 2 blacksmiths, which is good, as well as the 2 fishmongers. Yeah, 60 there, which is pretty decent. I wonder if the archers are complete. The archers are complete, so I'm going to tell the archers to board the ship, and you can see the ship is getting closer there, and I will probably train some more archers, but I also need some way of getting up to on the walls here, because at the moment we can't. So let's just see how they load up. Looks like they're going to just swim on the shallow waters there and then jump on board, and there we go. So it looks like we can potentially have more than one. So can I train some more archers? I am going to say train archers, and while we're waiting for that, we'll put some castle stairs, which are actually made of stone. Can you make one that's wood? No. Looks like the stairs, you only have the option for stone. That's not a big problem though. We'll place one there. Oh, and it looks like it retrofits it to be the proper one anyway, so that's fine. Can't really place any elsewhere around here, certainly. One's going to go there, and I mean, that's pretty much the only place we need it. I mean, because they can get up and then around that way. It won't take too long, so I'll just leave it there for now. And at least we now have the arches in here, so I can now move the boat, and the boat will be able to potentially, I don't know if it's going to be intercepting the attackers, but it will certainly be able to lend a hand. And if we know where they're going to make land, especially when it comes to the Vikings, we can sit this behind them, and it will obviously shoot them as we are, as is necessary. So yeah, let's see if any of what I've just said actually happens. So I've just built up on the edge of this waterfront here, and you can see the water's now lowering. It's the rain subsiding. I'm going to place another archer tower on there. 3 years for the dragon and Viking attack. It looks like it's going to come at the same time, which could cause some issues, but we'll see how we get on. Minus 114 total change from last year in terms of food, so we need to get some more food, so let's go ahead and do that, and it shouldn't hopefully take too long to do any of that. So we'll have our farms around there, followed by a windmill, and then because we can, we'll obviously have the road come right down, and then we will probably just connect up on the edge there like so, and then I'll probably put a couple more farms in, and that's that pretty much job done. Okay, good. That's fine, that's what we wanted. Do I want to actually, you know what, cancel, demolish that? Let's not do that. Let's have the road go along there, and that should be alright. And that will hopefully obviously provide some more food. Oh, a terrible plague has swept the land. 4 peasants are taken ill. Over on the left here, you can see that we have the symbols above their heads. However, one's being treated, 2's being treated, and please, the other ones as well. Oh no, the plague is spreading. It is spreading because the clinic is there, but you can see they are being treated. The plague doctors, if we zoom in, I'll see if I can get a better look of them. There, you can see them there with the... They've got the white pointy mask on, so they're getting treated. It is spreading, quite virulent there, but that's now being fully treated. So that's good. Health is 85. Chance of plague is low. Plague virulence is now low, and life expectancy is high because we've got 100% for wheat/bread, fruits at 94%, and fish/pork on 44%. That will obviously fluctuate based on a number of factors, but not actually to do with the fishing, more probably to do with the amount of tools available. We are +5 from the previous one, which is pretty good, but we don't have any iron, so we can't produce any more. 1 peasant, sadly, has died of the plague, but if it's just the one, then that's, you know, that's like a reasonable, I think that's reasonable, isn't it, considering the amount that we're ill. So, looking over at this corner then, obviously we can go to this island and potentially start mining over at that bit in that corner. Do I want to go ahead and do that? It is an option. It is an option. I think at this stage, though, we do need to still just increase the amount of people that we have. So I'm going to go over to... chop and just say chop a big section out of the forest there, and then we'll continue on increasing the amount of people that we have. I think what I'll also do, because I think we have the money for it, is go over to piers and place 1, 2, 3 piers along there, and then we'll place another one of these manor houses there as well, which when we first sold it to them, it was sold as a luxury waterside cottage, or manor rather, but now it's actually a dilapidated structure built on a floodplain with subsidence, most likely. So, yes, interesting. We are getting decent stone. We have got good charcoal, although minus from last year because we are obviously producing, or we're using a lot more with the blacksmith. Not at the moment, though, because we haven't got any of the iron available. The question is, do we want to go and rush for that iron right now? So have the iron... like build a road across here and then to that section. It is possible. It is very possible. Let me chop some of that there. Having a bridge across and then bridging to here and then start to mine that iron. I think it's reasonable. I think it's a reasonable thing to do. We'll have to see how we get on. 73 in terms of our happiness. And we got positive there because peasants are in good health, which is always good. Sadly, we've had Weffel Baderto died of old age along with 4 other people. And in the next 2 years, we're going to have an attack from both Vikings and, sadly, from the dragons. It seems that the dragons may attack first. It says dragon attack. Hopefully it is singular, not plural. But we'll see about that one. I'm going to go to road here and have the road go up and then across. And I'm purposely changing it so it doesn't just go in a straight line. I wanted to, let's say, alter this and have... Well, let's go ahead and place a bridge. It's not there. Oh, there it is. Drawbridge and bridge. Ah. So where can you build a drawbridge? Is that just on moats then, I assume? Friendly ships to pass through? Oh, okay. But can you place a drawbridge, like, next to a bridge? That would be really good if you could. You can. Right, so drawbridge there, followed by drawbridge there, I think. Actually, demolish that and demolish that. I want a bit more bridge, and then drawbridge, another drawbridge, followed by an actual standard bridge, which we might end up changing this to stone. I haven't yet decided. We'll move all of that, and then the road will go up and along. Okay, good. Obviously, we'll have to put storage for that, but we'll see how we get on. Going to go over to job priority and turn on the both archers jobs and the ballista operators, because we need people to get to that sooner rather than later, because we want them to get to the job first, get to the areas first, but also we want them to perhaps start to get a little bit of veterancy. And even 10%, 20% veterancy is, you know, worth it. But it'll take a while. Current positives, you can see, even if we kept it activated, we get nearly 100 gold. So it's actually not too bad at all. You can see over here, drawbridge is getting built. These have all been removed. And then the road will run across. I'm tempted to build I was going to say a posh road, I didn't mean a posh road. There's nothing particularly posh about a road made of just hewed stone, but tempted to do something like that. And there's our 2 iron mines. So you now have access to iron. I think, obviously the storage of that, this thing, will say iron. It's currently 100. We'll change 500, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we go. And then the tools and weapons are actually stored internally. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, so we'll see where the dragon and Viking attacks occur. We are still we still haven't completed the drawbridge there. But at least we have the drawbridges in. I think in a subsequent patch we're going to get some like big gates for these things. So where is the Viking invasion? Typical. The Viking invasion is the exact opposite side from where my archers are. So I'm going to tell them to go there, and they're obviously going to have to go around. Let's see if they get there in time. And looking at it, I don't think that's going to happen at all. The advantage that I have, hopefully, is that I can at least shoot the boats when they've landed, so they don't have anywhere to get back. Let's see if that works. Dragon attack is obviously also underway as well. I'm just hoping that we don't get the dragon attack in the same direction, which it is not. It's a slightly different direction, which is fine. Also, it is heading towards an area which is sadly not defended heavily, but does have, luckily, a fire brigade. So we should be able to put any fires out relatively quickly. There's the ballista tower firing. We should also have another ballista tower over here. Looks like they are going to set fire to the clinic. That's just cruel. Oh no, it's actually setting fire to the manor next door to the clinic, but you know, it's still all kinds of bad. It's heading through the centre of town by the look of it, so that's not going to last long, that dragon. So that's definitely a dead dragon, I would believe. And here's our Viking attack as well, coming in on this side, and I'm going to get my archers to come back behind them. And are they able to fire? Let's just get over to here and see what happens. You can see they're all running. All of these guys are running towards the gates, but obviously we can just close the gates and they don't do much else. So the Vikings are heading around the outside. They're still trying to get inside here, but every time the gate shuts closed, obviously they're taking another direction, which happens to be over here. Then they might actually walk around the outside, but we'll see. Also, the merchant has arrived, so it's all go at the moment. Can these guys attack that? They seem to... Are they attacking that, or can they not? Oh, have I been lied to? Can they not attack? It doesn't seem that they can. So I can unload them and then tell them to attack. But no, they can't attack while they are still there. That is a shame. That is very disappointing. That's sort of the whole reason why I made that thing in the first place. Because that was mentioned. Someone did mention in previous comments that you could do that, but it didn't seem to work there. I'll keep it around to see if it does work on another occasion, but we'll see. Anyway, we have our merchant ship that has arrived here, and they have some... Oh, they have quite a number of things to sell us. So they have a total of... They have a total of 91 iron. I think I'm just going to buy the tools, because the tools are actually cheaper, and the armaments as well. I'll also purchase. I will sell very little, actually. Yeah, I'll sell very little because we haven't brought resources to that to sell, sadly. But I will buy some of that stone as well. Some of that iron. Okay, job priority then. We can... I think stop the archers and the ballista operators. Yeah, I think so. And that should be that. Oh, and there's a whale over there. The whale just popping up now and again. So, we can see that the archers didn't do much at all, but our defences were sufficient enough to take out both the dragon attack and the Viking attack. So, pretty happy with that, and we can now also see that we have started to mine some iron. This is good. Let's go over to job priority. I'm going to go down to our blacksmiths. Where is it? Dockworkers, miners. Miners are going to go much further up on that list. So there we are. So we have these drawbridges and the bridge across that, so it's quite a way for them to go and get that, but at least we have now expanded to this other island, which I'm fairly happy with. Right, I think we're going to leave it there. A bit of a shorter episode, but needs must. You will have to leave it there for circumstances requiring, but I'm pretty happy with the progress. We've got increased food output, we've got admittedly a boat that doesn't shoot anything, but we'll have to play around with that one. We have a drawbridge across to the other smaller island to now give us the first access to iron, and then also we have obviously all of the fishmongers as well as the blacksmith and storage as well. So overall, pretty good. That has increased both the health as well as the happiness of our 308 people in the bustling city. Next episode, we will most likely continue on the same sort of path. I'm going to place another manor house over here, like so, and then we'll, as I said, probably end up just adding more housing and continuing on. I have a feeling, however, that maybe we're going to have to look at maybe a Noria and aqueduct network to then get bathhouses and such, but we'll see, as always, how we get on. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.